Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Earth Mac, the mad scientist.
And it's your boy Boogie Blends once again. Welcome to Nerd Talk. Welcome to Nerd Talk.
Welcome to Nerd Talk Live, man. Orange Phoenix show, man. What is going on with you, my brother?
Man, I'm chilling. Tuesday is my birthday, so this is my birthday weekend. So yeah,
okay.
we got steeplechase. So it's like a horse race that they got out here in Aiken. They do it every year, and I guess it's a big deal. But really, it's just an excuse for a whole bunch of people to go get fucked up. You know what I mean? Just drink and get fucked up and talk shit and bet a lot of money, bro. And it's fun to watch, man, because it just be a bunch of rich motherfuckers, man, just acting stupid, bro. And I don't know if you ever seen that shit before, but that shit's hilarious. Because they don't give a fuck. Well, they don't give a shit. What you gonna tell them? Drunk people already are funny, but rich drunk people, you be like, damn, they get away with whatever the fuck they will. That shit is hilarious, bro. Yeah. They truly don't give a fuck about nothing.
Nothing at all.
Not a damn thing. That shit is funny. So we're doing that, and then later on we're gonna go to Augusta. We're gonna go hit some salsa, bachata dancing,
Hey, and little merengue.
Okay. Yeah, a little something like
I know a thing or two.
You know what? I don't doubt that for a second neither, bro. You wear many hats, and I feel like a salsero is one of those things for some reason, man.
Hey, man.
So yeah, man, that's all we got going on this week, man. What's been going on with you?
Yo, so speaking of like salsa and merengue, there used to be a salsa club like here in Columbia. Call it Salsa Cabana.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Salsa Cabana was that heat because everywhere else was shutting down around 2 a.m. Not Salsa Cabana. Salsa Cabana was open until like daylight, cause like until everybody
wasn't over.
Party wasn't over, right? So that was like my little hideaway spot. Like I used to like sneak out there. Well, I wouldn't say sneak out there, but I didn't really tell much anybody about Salsa Cabana because that's kind of like my private little spot. So I used to go there and vibe and chill, and salsa dance, and that's how I really like learned. Not 100%, but enough to say, hey, I can do a little something.
I can do a little something.
Right.
So Wednesdays at the Woody, they got it
on Main Street.
Thursday
right?
They got it on Main Street. Yep. And then Thursday at the Joint, they got a live band, a live salsa band. They get busy, and then the same band does it on Fridays also at a place called Ambrosia, which is like a Greek restaurant downtown. That's also on Main Street.
Okay, that's what's up.
So they got all type of stuff going on over. It's pretty cool.
Man, that flood happened after the hurricane, and the owners of Salsa Cabana, it was like, nah, we're not rebuilding. We're gonna take this insurance money and we're gonna be out.
I just missed that shit. I moved here right after that shit happened. And I moved into the spot where it affected it the most, like Divine Street down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was crazy. I missed it. Thank God, too.
I think it was like close to like Greystone or something like that. It was like a little hideaway spot, man. And one of my best friends actually ended up going with me to Salsa Cabana, but that was only one time, and that was like before the hurricane hit, and then everything got flooded out, and I was like, so the good times is over.
What did you think? Y'all had fun though? They had fun? Everybody had fun there, right?
Yes, everybody had fun. Because so the drinks, like when you go to certain bars or whatever, like shots is like stupidly overpriced, right?
Right.
Nah, but the drinks there was like reasonably priced. Like you wasn't going broke. Like you can keep getting beer or whatever, and it wasn't like watered down stuff either. Like it was pretty strong, and you wasn't leaving the cabana like drunk or nothing like that because you sweating it all out. Like you might take a shot and you going out there and salsa dancing and take another shot, you gonna sweat that thing out, and so by the time you leave, you completely sober and you just like full of energy and like, yo, let's go to Waffle House.
That's always cool, man. That's always, and then you always got stories based it off of those nights, man. You always got a story, a crazy story too. It's a movie. It's a movie. Especially when you out that late too. It's hard to not have. It's like you got to be a reason. For me, now at this point in my life, if I'm out till 6 o'clock in the morning, some shit is going on, bro. Because like everything else in me is telling me, take your ass to sleep. You know what I mean? So if I'm out till 6 o'clock, some shit is going on, bro. Man, and I'm gonna have a story about it. Yeah.
That was in like my singledom, and I wasn't ready to go home. That's just what it was. I wasn't ready to go.
Party ain't over until Earth says it's over, bro.
Hey, listen, I wasn't ready to go.
Get your ass up. Yeah.
And then
you get your ass up.
Let's go.
We're going out. Yeah.
Because I'm like a intro extrovert. I'm a mix between the two. So like most of the time I stay at the crib. Like, you know, I'm either doing some video editing or, you know, doing the show or, you know, writing down some new ideas and stuff. And then it might hit me like, you know what? I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go out. And then I hang out, and then I make sure I'm out. And so by the time I get back to the house, I'm already cool for another few weeks. But it's not like an everyday occurrence. But I miss Salsa Cabana, man. I miss Salsa Cabana. Because now I wish I was able to take, you know, my girl there, but it's shut down, man. I told her about it. I said, man, Salsa Cabana used to be my spot, man. Like, y'all can have all the clubs around here, Columbia, these bars. You take me to Salsa Cabana, it's a wrap. It's
right.
It's done. So, now
I'm glad you have fun there.
I did. So today's show, man, is jam-packed, bro. Like jam-packed. To the listeners out there, feel free to comment. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel, man. If you want to continue to have shows like this, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And if there's anything unforeseen happening, we may move it up to 7:30. But man, we got
that was my fault today, guys. Well, we was in some jam-packed traffic today, right? That was definitely all me, so I definitely apologize. But yeah, I appreciate you getting me back on right, man.
Bro, we gonna get to you. It was just today though. I think like all week long traffic was horrendous. Like,
bro, for real, I-20, bro. People been fucking up. People been fucking up, bro.
I don't understand how you mess up like on a straightaway.
On a straight road, bro.
I don't understand. I don't get
Fuck out of here, bro. And it's crazy, man. Yo, they mad disrespectful out there, bro.
Easily.
They don't give a fuck who coming. They don't respect 18-wheelers, bro. None of that shit. They just be like, bro, I need to go where I need to go.
And I'm a
but the thing is like you're not even in a hurry. You're like you'll get over to get to where you need to go slow and cut somebody else off.
Yeah,
bro, don't get me started on this shit, bro. Because around here, bro, I be wanting to fuck people up, bro. And then, but I'm wrong when I honk.
You wrong.
We don't do that down here. That's your problem. Yes, that's what you need. You need that, bro. And I guess I got you too. I got the medicine. Bing. I'll honk.
So Troy Barton said, I loved X-Men 97, and Dustin Dunlap says, the Columbia drivers, man. Hey, listen, man. It was terrible.
They be violating, bro. Violating.
Terrible. So yeah, we got X-Men 97, man. It premiered yesterday, the first 2 episodes. And also on the menu tonight, we got Dragonball Sparking Zero. And we got Spawn gets a new comic book series coming out soon, and a new James Bond. Now, 2 hours ago, and I blame myself for it, but Beetlejuice teaser trailer dropped.
Yo, yeah, Michael Keaton.
Yes. My girl sent it to me, and I was like, pray for days like this. I pray for days
man.
Like this, man. Beetlejuice is one of my favorite movies, man. It's out there.
It is great. It is great to see like Michael Keaton come back and like pay homage. And it's cool that he's doing that right now for Beetlejuice, man. But I just wish like we'd have seen that in Batman already. But I feel like it's coming. I'll give it some time. And I'm gonna give DC. I'm gonna give DC a fresh slate.
Okay.
From this last Batman movie that came out.
Yeah.
With Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him. It was good. Yeah. I'm gonna give him a fresh slate.
Okay.
In their cinematic universe.
And I would.
If they continue to fuck up,
they continue to fuck up, bro. You gotta wash your hands with it.
I gotta wash my hands, bro.
And so, just like the thumbnail said, X-Men 97, man, already got us in a chokehold, ladies and gentlemen, already. And I'm pretty sure it got a few of y'all in the chokehold as well, man. But, bro, talk to me. Talk to me, man. And listen, you see the front, right? You see
the
front, right?
Yeah.
Decked out, bro.
I do.
You see the shirt, though.
I see the drip. I do see the drip.
I'm straight out here. I'm straight out
here. Yeah. I think that shit is cool, bro. I think. Look, you got so excited.
I got so excited. I'm not the thing.
Yo, that shit is hard, bro. The animation, I think, is great. I think it's not so revamped that it takes away.
Yeah.
From what made it what it was, you know. When you're appealing to nostalgic audiences, I feel like that's something you definitely got to take in accountability. You need to make sure that it still has that nostalgic feel to it, to where like we resonate that way with it. And I feel like the animation did that. The voice acting is incredible.
Yes.
Incredible. The music is really good, and you still get that same music that you got in the 90s. Mm-hmm. If you notice that the characters are still like in 90s gear, 90s attire with 90s hairstyles, listening to 90s music. Mm-hmm. And you see a lot of the X-Men still have like their same characteristics from the old movie, the old show. I will say though, they made Cyclops look kind of like extra nerdy.
Come on, man. Come on,
I know.
Man. I said opposite. I said the exact opposite, bro.
What?
So
you don't think he looked extra?
Nah, man. Like, I feel like, okay. So, in all intents and purposes, Cyclops is the leader, and as a leader, you're supposed to be like the straight arrow type. Like, you're not supposed to be like the edgy one like everybody else, because like Wolverine is a leader, but he's not the leader of Cyclops caliber. If that makes sense. And I'm saying this because
Wolverine makes rash decisions. He makes rash decisions. You need somebody who's going to think logically, and that's Cyclops. I get that.
Exactly. And Wolverine is my favorite X-Man. You know what I'm saying? But but Cyclops in this, like in X-Men 97, he went hard in the paint. This man cooked.
Yeah.
Cooked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, when he told old boy, he says, with Professor X trying to save you, I'm not like him. He was like, save me from who? You? He's like, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So Kevin Feige went on record to say X-Men 97 was going to come back, but only under two conditions, though. If you couldn't meet one of those, neither one of these conditions, don't bring it back. For one, bring back the old music, and I need rights to that song. And I need the original cast. I need the original voice actors for X-Men. If you can't deliver on none of these, don't bring me X-Men 97. And, you know, with the exception of the voice actors for Cyclops, the original Cyclops, because he unfortunately passed away, you can barely tell the difference between the voices, because it's like, wow, whoever did the casting for this, for Cyclops, is like grade A. So, listen, Cyclops was throwing hands in that first episode, though, man. That dude was doing some smooth shit. He was doing some smooth shit. You know?
He was, bro. When they was fighting them Sentinels, them shit was crazy.
Listen, the pause, though. The pause. When he blocked that punch and he looked at the dude and just smiled, he's like, really, bro? You about to... All right.
Okay, we doing this, yeah.
we doing this.
This is what you wanted.
You getting fired up, man. I was so hyped.
It was great.
Yes. Do you see like a difference between X-Men 97 and the original series, like as far as the edginess?
I mean, I do. Yeah, for sure. I feel like this is a lot more gritty.
Yeah, they were throwing hands. Like once I saw the first punch get thrown, I was like, haha, yes, this is what I need right here. This is what I need, because they see Cyclops throwing hands, and they see my boy Bishop in the mix. And
Bishop was talking that cash shit, boy. That shit was fun to watch. Bishop came in talking that cash shit the whole time.
Yes.
Storm was like, really? He's like, yeah. And it's gonna continue coming too.
Yeah. And Jubilee recognized that. He's like, listen, Jubilee, he's a time traveler. He's a little bit of a douche, but he's an X-Man. What can I say? Did you catch that Spider-Man Easter egg though?
I didn't.
So, but you had to be quick with it though. So you remember when they went into the warehouse, right? And they took the visor from Cyclops, and Visor like, no, don't take him. Like, Cyc, I'm just playing. And he blew the building up. And you remember they did that wide shot. You saw the newspaper that kind of like went across the screen.
Oh yeah.
So it said, "Is Spider-Man a mutant?" on the top left corner. So they're recognizing that Spider-Man exists
in that universe, right?
In that universe. So, when you look at the MCU,
I did. Oh man, that's
what
crazy.
You got?
No. I was just gonna say I did see that paper. I don't know why I just dismissed it as it's just a newspaper. I should have read that shit. That's wild.
To be fair, I had to do a double take because I had to make sure. I was like, what is this?
Good eye.
Let me rewind real quick.
Yeah, bring that back.
Run that back. And so, when it first came on, man, and I saw everybody introduction, I'm like, this is the way to introduce them. And yo, when I first heard that intro song, bruh, I was like, listen, to anybody that's listening to this show. Now, before I even say this, go ahead and share this show. Share it to everyone so we can talk about this. Feel free to comment on this. Mm-hmm. You better not skip that damn intro song at no point. At any point.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact. And it's a foul move if you skip no music. You never, ever skip that intro music.
Those are the type of people you don't let in your house, bro.
No. Nah. Those are demons.
Those people that skip that intro, that's the type of people you don't let in your house.
Nah. You can't trust them.
Nah.
You can't trust them. Not at all, man.
You can't trust them as far as you could throw them, man.
Man, those are the type of people that give you the player 2 controller, but you know, that's the faulty one.
Yeah. The fucked up controller, bro.
That's the messed up controller they're giving you, bro.
All right, yeah.
I mean, now to get into the story, it's been said that Professor X has been shot.
Are we doing spoilers?
Oh man, listen.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, yes, because I think any true X-Men fan, outside of extenuating circumstances, was waiting on this day. Like, was waiting on Wednesday, and they gave us not one but 2 episodes, bro. And it didn't feel like it was 30 minutes. It felt like it was like 40. Like, it felt like it was a movie.
There's a lot of shit going on. It was like Avatar.
A lot of shit going on. So, yes, spoilers. Yes, we doing. Yeah, we definitely doing.
Okay.
Like the Friends of Humanity, like they're back and they got upgrades. They're using Sentinel, Buster Cannons, and you got the Executioner. And I was geeked when I saw the Executioner because there's a series called Executioner Song, and man, Executioner is a bad mamma jamma. I'm gonna just tell you, he's a bad mamma jamma. He does not like mutants at all, and I think at one point in the comics, he actually went to the mansion and started blasting. Like
you got to just take matters into your own hands sometimes.
Pretty much.
That's savage as fuck, bro.
To see him. So, a lot of things have been going on in this hour, right? You know, Cyclops is the leader. Jean Grey is pregnant.
Yeah, she's pregnant as fuck.
She's
pregnant as fuck.
And
now she's putting the bug in his ear.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
She's like, listen,
we gotta go.
We having a baby. This shit is kind of crazy right now. There's other people here. Like, why don't we just leave and start over? Right? And then, Cyclops he's always been that analytical type of person, and he's very selfless, and he looks out for everybody and more before he looks out for himself. Mm-hmm. He's like, bro, like, how can I leave here? But decides ultimately, like, this is the right move. We should go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Wolverine sniffing this shit out. He been on this.
Yeah, he was already on that easily.
He was already on that tip. And
like,
so, to have like that, which would have been beautiful, right, for them to do, just to be put like at a screeching like halt. Yeah. When Magneto was like, oh yeah, like the school, the students, his books, you. That's all of that shit is mine now.
Yeah.
Right? So that's, there's something going on there. What's up? What you got?
How would you feel though? Like if you were X-Man, right? And you've been fighting this dude for years, really.
Yeah.
And this dude is in your house, well, in the mansion, and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, your headmaster, your former headmaster, gave me the mansion, the money, and access to the X-Men. So I'm gonna lead you."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so how do you, if you're Cyclops, now what? If you're Jean Grey and you're like, you are the founder, one of the founders of the school, you know, like knowing that the students and all of that is in Magneto's hands, knowing the type of person Cyclops and Jean is.
Yeah.
Like how, like, what do you do? Do you stay?
I'm Cyclops, I'm staying. I'm staying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta stay because, first of all, I don't trust your ass. Because, I mean, you can't, okay, cool. This is legally binding. Yes, you are the leader of the X-Men. But I got to see what's up with you first. Like, I mean, yeah, my woman's saying we got to dip, we got to go. But, you know, she knows as well as I do how much damage this man has done. So to say, oh, we're going to just go ahead and dip, you got it. We can't just, you know, Cyclops, as a man, Cyclops is not going to say, all right. Because he was about to go. Wolverine called him on his shit, though.
He was ready. Yeah, he did. He said, "Oh, bro, we all just say it already, motherfucker. We know. We know."
All about. He said,
hey, "Bitch ass, you should have said it 3 days ago. We know.
We know." Like, speak the truth, dog. Everybody else
say
like,
it already. Fuck, rip the Band-Aid off.
Exactly. Like Wolverine, like, listen, I heal fast. They don't, but whatever.
Dustin Dunlap said. Jean Grey was saying, "Yeah, we don't need this shit." Exactly. Whenever she was trying to tell Cyclops, "We got to get up out of here," which I don't blame her.
Yeah, she been through a lot of shit too.
But at this point, like I couldn't just leave the fate of, you know, all of those students that are going in there at the hands of Magneto. But then you think like, well, you know, what if Magneto kind of change his mind, right? And then you see him on TV saving people and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, is this Magneto like reformed?"
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, no. Bitch, that's now, Magneto still.
But for now, first of all, I'm not a fan of his costume, even though that is comic book accurate, right? I was never a fan of that M costume, man. I'm like, give me back the traditional, like, red outfit. I mean, that is Magneto to a T, but that outfit that he got, hey man, we got to change that up. I mean, maybe that's how he snagged Rogue. Now let me get Rogue.
Yeah, go ahead, dog.
Man, she did Remy so dirty, man. Dirty. Like, Gambit was listening outside while shit was happening across the hall, man. He like, yeah, I got you. But Remy's smart too. Like, Remy was already suspicious of you know, he don't know what exactly is going on, but he knows something is going on. And then he see it with his own two eyes, like, oh shit. Like, I spent all my life, like, you know, tracking this woman down, you know, chasing this woman. But in defense of Rogue, like, Magneto is really the only person that can really touch her, because of his ability to, like, put like electromagnetic, like a thin layer over his entire body. So it's basically just like basically just like a condom, really. Like, so it's really what it is. So he's the only one that can really physically touch it, to our knowledge at this point in time. Remy cannot do that. So it's like,
who is it? A condom, not a shield, not a
that's what
not
it was.
A glove.
That's what it was. You don't. I mean,
it's a lifestyle. It's a magnum.
Yeah, it can't be no lifestyle, man.
Yeah,
you know, that's trash. That's trash stuff right there.
That bullshit. That's trash stuff right there.
That's trash stuff right there. But you saw a glimpse of it though. Like, when they touched hands, you saw the electromagnetic, like,
little layer,
spark.
Right.
So, but Rogue's whole premise, like, whole ordeal is she just want to go out there and dance. Like, she even said it, like, she alluded to that when it was at the club. She was like, man, I just want to go out there and just dance, but, you know, one person just brush across me and they going to the hospital. Like, easy.
Dustin Dunlap wants to know, when did the love fling happen between Magneto and Rogue?
That's a good question. Now it could have happened when Rogue was running with Mystique. Like when they were, that's before she got the flying powers and the super strength powers. It could have went down then, but we never saw it in X-Men the animated series. So, you know, Rogue just said, listen, we ain't gonna go back down this road, and we're gonna keep that under wraps. Clearly it wasn't under wraps because she went back.
Right.
But you know, now there is a relationship between Rogue and Magneto in the comics. Like, I am well aware of that. I think they had a relationship in Age of Apocalypse too, and that's also where that relationship kind of jumped out there. So it was definitely an all-screen thing. Yeah, it was definitely an all-screen thing. Now that's part. Sunspot showing up. Sunspot was like one of the first people. Like, he's an X-Force member. Yeah. Right.
That they captured. So that's the mayor, right, who's offering bounties on these mutants, right, trying to get them off? Who was it that's offering the bounty on these mutants?
That's a good question. That part I missed. I think I was so engrossed into what was going on. I didn't.
Yeah, it was like in the deep. It was like in the first 5-10 minutes or something. He said, "Yeah, man, you know, this much money to capture these mutants, man. I'd do this shit all day. They're not that strong." And they had Sunspot, right? Because Sunspot would refuse to use his powers.
Yeah.
Right. So then you see Magneto coming and saving people.
Mm-hmm.
But he's saving these mutants to come back out, and it seems like he's just trying to recruit them.
Yeah.
And for them to be on his side and think that he's like their savior and somebody who's powerful, somebody to follow. And now he has the school. So, I mean, really, everything is at Magneto's fingertips right now. Everything is set up for Magneto to like just really be that dude.
I mean, yeah. Now, to Magneto's credit, he did say, I mean, him and Professor X, you know, were best friends. Like they are close friends with each other. They have a type of respect. They want the same thing for mutants, but they have different roles on where they want to go. So when Professor X is no longer around, he like, listen, I'm gonna honor his last memory, and I'm gonna try this one more time, you know, to honor his memory. I'm gonna go his road. I mean, we saw it at the hearing, like when Storm lost her, man, that thing pissed me off so much when I saw that. Like first episode, like Storm was given the forecast, you know what I'm saying, and you find out firsthand she's an Omega level mutant. Like it was actually said. Sentinels as robots was shook. They're like, yo, hey, we got Omega level somewhere around here. We gotta find her quick. And the next episode, you know, you see her sacrifice her body, which that also happened in the comics too. Like she did lose her abilities in the comics. So, so when Magneto saw that, he got immediately pissed off, like immediately. And I thought, this is it right here. Like everybody get watched.
Yeah, y'all need that, bro.
Everybody. And I felt his emotion though. Like I felt his rage, and he was like, y'all really testing my patience, but I got to honor Charles. Please give me grace. I'm gonna give you grace, and like, don't make me regret my decision. And then he said, just leave us alone. We will help you. Help us help you. That kind of thing. So
I don't know, man. To be honest, like in my opinion, I would rather the storyline go that Magneto wasn't their savior. You know what I'm saying? That Magneto ultimately is like, I would prefer that storyline, to be honest. As much of a surprise, as much of a, surprise as it would be, is like, oh, Magneto's a good guy now, and that's not a storyline that I think would be like, oh wow, like that's how it played out. Like, duh. I would think the storyline of him just continuing to be a dickhead, you know what I'm saying? And just continuing to just do things on his accord would be best.
Yeah. I mean, is he really though? I mean, because his whole idea is I just want mutants to prosper, and if you're gonna hunt us, we're gonna kill you first. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Let them do it.
Like, I'm gonna do that shit first. Like, I'm gonna make sure my brethren, the brotherhood, will live.
I want to see some Thanos type shit.
Yeah, and he's Omega level himself, and so is Jean Grey, so is Iceman. But and it now let me rewind back to Cyclops, right? Because Cyclops had the best superhero landing out of any hero I have seen in Marvel. Like, this dude
with that, my neck would have just, I was like, that shit gotta hurt, bro. I'm just imagine like that shit just pressing on your face like that the whole way. But yeah, that shit was dope.
Yeah, I was like,
he said, see you guys on the ground.
Falling. Yeah, I see you on the ground. I'm good. And then he just like landed real smooth, man. I was like, whoo, this is Cyclops right here, man. This the man. This is the dude on Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Marvel Superhero Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter. That is that Cyclops, man.
Right.
If you ever wonder why people pick Cyclops in those fighting games, this is the reason. This is the sole reason.
What did you think about Gambit?
So what I learned about Gambit, though, through some research, is Gambit used to be way more powerful than what he is now. Like, I think he was on an Omega level, and I think he sacrificed some of his power. Gambit cooking with seasoning, like love to see it. But I think they nailed it. They nailed it with him. Like, he has a certain fashion sense. I know some people was like, why you got him in the crop top or whatever. I was like,
he been doing that, right?
He been doing that. Like,
and not only that, but crop tops, people were doing that back then anyway, bro.
Like, matter of fact, in X-Men animated series, what was he wearing on the basketball court?
He was wearing a crop top. A different color, but it was a crop top. Yeah,
exactly. He was wearing that. He was balling. He was balling out until Till Wolverine deflated the ball with his claws, man, because he about to
sore
get
loser,
on.
Man. You're sore loser, bro.
I mean, listen,
Kevin Garnett, bro.
Easily. So I like Gambit's character. I know it's digging deeper, especially that love affair with Rogue and Magneto, and you get to see how that affects him, as an X-Man. Morph is an interesting character. And they tweaked him a little bit. They let him morph into other mutants, but actually able to use their abilities too. Which I think
is cool.
Yeah, I think that's more true to form too, actually. Because for a quick second, I thought Lady Deathstrike was saved Wolverine until I was like, oh shit, it's Morph. Never mind.
He's like, oh shit.
Like, he switched up. He went to Psylocke. I was like, yo, please bring Psylocke back. Please bring. She's one of my favorite female X-Men.
Yeah, Psylocke is. Yeah, I fuck with Psylocke.
She is very dangerous too. Like, she's probably one of the most dangerous assassins in the Marvel universe. Like, she would get you easy. I needed more Bishop. I need a little bit more Bishop.
I feel like Bishop is going to have a significant role moving forward, though.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like he's going to have a really significant role at some point. But not for nothing though. I know this is something I said at the beginning, but you see how like my man Cyclops' hair is in that comic right there in front of you? Yeah. That shit is hard.
Yeah. And speaking of these comics up front, these are actually a couple number one. So this is actually a number one, and this is a number one. These are the same comic, but they had different covers. And this is from Jim Lee. I'm about to say Stan Lee. This Jim Lee, Chris Claremont. But Jim Lee's X-Men, if I'm not mistaken, I think to this day, this is probably the best-selling comic run ever. Wow. Because of the artwork and how it looked, and everything was like popping out. And it's not like these comics are like rare or anything like that, because I mean, thousands of copies were sold. These first prints, but like they nailed the costumes right. They nailed the 90s nostalgia right. The music was hitting. They added some new elements to it. We made it more mature. So it's like you can watch it with your kid, but it also have adult themes too. It's like a perfect blend, if I'm not mistaken. So
I agree.
Which is still wild though, that the person that I think wrote it, Bo DeMaio, like he got fired before the show premiered.
Yeah.
And you know, find out later, like, because of his OnlyFans account. He had an OnlyFans account. And so I was like, bro, you work for Disney. Bro. You work for Disney, bro. Come on.
That is,
know,
yeah.
You know there's a behavior.
That is true. Yeah, you're right,
man.
bro. You got to be smarter than that.
Come on, man.
You got to, you work for Disney. I feel like they got their own, like, you know, federal, like, you know, they got their own undercover agents and shit that they had to just go out there and just find shit out. They got spies just making sure that their people are legit.
Yeah.
They gotta be. They got bounty hunters.
I mean, but I don't think you try to hide it either. But, you know, Disney's ironclad. Like, there's a behavior clause. Like, you can't be out here, you know, running around butt ass naked in the street because, you know, that's
which is funny because I bet you Disney be doing some questionable shit they damn self too.
Possibly. There's some strong possibilities.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Right.
So, but yeah, X-Men 97 is 10 episodes this season, and they're
so far so good.
So far so good. They're working on the second season right now, and a third season as well. So, like, let's enjoy this ride while we can, man. The next thing up, man, we are talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Man.
That shit looks crazy, bro. And you know what I'm glad about too? I'm glad that it looks like Tenkaichi. You know what I'm saying? Like it, and because Tenkaichi 2 is probably my favorite game all time. My favorite fighting game all time.
Like
Tenkaichi
all time?
Me? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But like I feel like I have like just like it's just a situational reasons, because there was a time like me, my boys spent an entire summer doing nothing but smoking and playing Tenkaichi 2 in my man's room, which was in the basement of his mama house. Bro, we used to listen to Meteora and Hybrid Theory. We just rock Linkin Park. Yeah. And like jump on Tenkaichi 2 and just do some crazy shit. We were all crazy with it. We all had like our custom builds and shit. Yeah. And like I have like a sentimental tie to that game. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. So that is my all-time favorite fighting game. So when I see this, and it's weird because Tenkaichi 3 I didn't feel the same about. I like Tenkaichi 2 more than I like Tenkaichi 3.
I don't know what it is about like 2 or any game. It's like it tends to be a staple, like NBA Street Volume 2.
Yeah. You know it don't matter how many you make after that. It ain't going to be 2.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And speaking of which, like by the end of the show, I'm going to need your top 5 sports games, though. I'm going to need your top 5.
By the end of the show? All right.
By the end of the show. By the end of the show. But I'm thinking myself because I was racking my brain. Okay. Now, Dustin Dunlap says, I'm ready to get back on the sticks for that one, no doubt. Listen.
No doubt.
Boy. I got so many memories. Oh, go ahead. What you got?
Yeah. Because Fighters, when Fighters came out, I was super excited about Fighters because I did want that Budokai, like that type game, that 2D, that what they call it, two-way fighters?
Yeah, 2D fighters, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was really glad to get that. But it's just something that Xenoverse didn't give me, was something that the third Tenkaichi didn't give me. Mm-hmm. That looking at this, I'm like, bro, this has everything. The character that they have in here is crazy, bro. The abilities that each of them get is crazy. This is a big ass game, bro. And
I'm gonna say about Budokai, man, I think it hit a lot of people in the fields. I think it hit at least 90% of the people that have picked up the sticks and played this. And Dustin Dunlap says 2 had just enough characters. 3 was good, but it was too many characters. Hello,
type shit, right?
Bro, listen, you had mofos out here playing as Cooey.
Right.
Like from freaking.
And they weren't doing nothing with him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he was just a kind of character, but I feel like in this one, they put thought into each of the playable characters that there are. So like, really, you could be nice with anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was another thing that I liked about fighters also, is that, well, you could be Yamcha and digging somebody's ass.
Yeah. Yeah. And Morris said, I just want
Devil Man. Yeah.
I just want Devil
We just want Satan.
Yo.
We just want Hercule.
So Hercule was there, right? But okay, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. The times that I played Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi, like college days, I was living at Patriot Place Apartments and across the street from Francis Marion. And sometimes on the weekend, especially if I wasn't working on that weekend and I had no like projects or nothing, I used to go across the street, go to Francis Marion, because I had some homeboys over there. And it's like we played Halo 2, but the thing that we was on, I feel like the most was Dragon Ball Tenkaichi or any Budokai series, bro. Anything, man. I mean, people was nice with Birder, Jace. Shout out to Jace, because Jace is my favorite Ginyu. He's one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters. And speaking of which, he is one of the features in Sparking Zero. So I'm picking him up immediately.
No doubt.
You know.
And speaking of Ginyu, it looks like Dustin agrees with you there. He's talking about give me Birder and Kid Buu and I'm good, you know, because Birder is the truth.
Birder is the truth. He will
Birder's the truth.
Your ass quickly.
Real talk. Yo, Birder, he made my way into my free battle lineup a few times. Birder.
Yeah.
I mean, Jace. I do like Jace.
Yeah.
I do like Jace, but Birder was my Ginyu guy.
I think a lot of people had Birder in their roster though, man. In their personal roster, because he was super speedy. Like, you didn't need all the fancy moves and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Raccoon was nice too.
Raccoon was nice.
Android 16.
Yeah. Zarbon was in the right hands. Zarbon was cool.
Yeah.
In the right hand.
In the right hand, Zarbon's was cool. And same thing with Cooler. Cooler was nice if somebody knew how to play with Cooler.
Yo, that's a beef.
Yeah, like, you are not allowed to use Kid. That's like stack and draw 4 cards on top. Yeah. Nah, you can't use Kid Buu.
Wait, hold on. Did Kid Buu had the move set where he stick his foot in the ground and he used to pop you, right?
Yeah.
And then that used to knock you off balance. Yeah.
No, I should shoot you right in the air. Like he just and it's crazy because you could do that shit from mad far away.
Yeah. See that was a cheat code right there. That was a cheat code. That was.
And then like he had that dash attack. So like, and he was quick with it. So it's like if he was in your face, you pretty much had to be already blocking.
Yeah. Let's put the controller down. That's it.
You got. That's
you're
it.
Done. You're done. Pass the stage.
And then they got their character Spark to use like 5 or 6 dragon dashes. So you just getting your bow, bloop, bow, just getting your food ate for like for real on some disrespectful shit, bro. I have fucked up some controllers on some shit like that, bro. But I was younger, you know what I mean? I was just like full of just competition, you know what I mean? But that shit used to piss me off, man.
Man, Dragon Ball Budokai, this game right here could possibly bring back going to your cousin's house or your homeboy's house, and y'all end up playing on this game all night until the daytime. No sleep. Soon as you hear that theme music, man, you might lay down for a second, but soon as you hear that theme music, you pop up and like, hey, what you got over there? What you playing?
Who want it?
And then
I'm ready.
You pull up the controller, you be like, you want to run? Cool, I got you. We gonna run. This could possibly bring this back, like side by side gaming, man. Like, yo, you got that Sparking Zero, let's bring it. And because Budokai brought that heat, it brought that type of memory in. and cousins spending the night all night. You know, pissing off your moms because y'all out here vibing all night long playing the game, and that pisses your moms off or piss your dad off or whatever. Like, what the hell y'all doing in that room making all that goddamn noise? You know, see?
Yeah, see? Making all that goddamn noise.
So now there is something different with Sparking Zero, is that there's a power type and speed type, and
yes,
they did put emphasis on that. And what did you think about that Goku Vegeta fight? Like that demonstration?
So it's funny that you say I'm actually watching it right now. Oh, just because like I'm like, because that shit was, I thought that fight was all telling.
Yeah.
For a lot of things, you know, and those types, I think, is really what makes these type of games. I think that adds a whole nother dynamic to what fighting games are in general.
Yeah.
What fighting games do you know that are like that take things like that into account? I'm trying to think right now, actually.
I mean, you have arena fighters like the animes. So I don't know what it is about anime games ultimately being arena fighters and not that good. Like Jump Force, right? Jump Force had all the potential to be good, but not so much. Right? It's a niche thing. And, you know, they had, if I'm not mistaken, Jujutsu Kaisen, man, so many refunds. I think, other than Naruto, Ninja Storm, Budokai is the #1 arena fighter, like, as far as anime is concerned. Like, it can't, nothing has topped that yet. Like,
I thought you said, wait, are you saying nothing has topped Budokai, or you're saying nothing has topped Ultimate Ninja Storm?
No, nothing has topped Budokai. Like, as far as an arena fighter.
Facts.
Like, it's nothing. But I don't know, man.
Dustin highlighted the fact that as the fight goes on, their clothes wear down. You can see like all the effects of the damage in real time.
Yes. Like the armor breaking, and you know, and also the dialogue between the two characters before you fight. So like, if Nappa's fighting Frieza, you get to see like what if Nappa fights Frieza, what would he say to Frieza at that point?
Exactly.
And I love that part. And wasn't there a point, now correct me listeners, and YouTube Boogie, was there a point in the game where you could just fuse with anybody? I wasn't 100% sure on that, but I thought there was a fusion technique where you could just confuse with anybody.
Maybe in Xenoverse. I don't know. Maybe I didn't play a lot of Xenoverse, so I don't know, to be honest. But like in nothing. Oh yeah, it was Xenoverse. Yeah, I'm trying to think, in any of the Tenkaichi Budokais, like you had to fuse with canon, you know what I mean? It had to be like a real fusion.
Yeah, the fusion dance.
Using the fusion dance, yeah.
So.
But
I thought so.
In Xenoverse, though, it might have been you could fuse with anybody, because I know they had like a lot of shit. They had all type of shit in there.
Now
and you know what's something that I've always liked is, even though like GT was like GT,
yeah,
I still love that they put those characters in the games.
Yeah, no, look here. Can you give me Turles? Turles was the other dude.
Turles was nasty, bro. You talking about Tree of Might Turles?
Yes.
Turles was a problem, man. Bro.
Yeah, I fucks with Turles, man. Like, that's him, Jace, Berta. Like, I was just messing with those characters, man. Like, it was, it was wild. So Dustin said he can't remember if it was Budokai 3 or Tenkaichi 3. I think it was Tenkaichi 3 where you can just fuse with anybody. It was wild. But give up with the roster, because there's a lot of blank spaces on there, right? Give us all the movie characters.
Yeah.
Give us Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta, and Goku. Cause those really the best things that came out of GT anyway. And that,
go Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You know, going with that, but especially the movie characters though. Like Dragon Ball FighterZ was a fighting game that I really did want because I mean there hasn't been a legitimate Dragon Ball 2D fighter. Yeah, I wouldn't say I dare say ever. Really, FighterZ is definitely the one, and I think it satisfied a lot of people's palates. But now let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to that Budokai Tenkaichi series because that's a must cop for me.
And you do see a lot of those same mechanics, you know what I mean, but just like cleaned up.
Yeah. Indeed.
The animation's been very, very much so cleaned up.
Man, so I can't wait. I'm gonna have to get some time. I'm gonna have to just like I'm gonna put out a public service announcement. Like, listen, when this game drops, like, please allow the Orange Phoenix staff a whole week to digest this game. When I mean digest, I mean play the shit out of it.
Play the dog shit out of it. For real.
All week long. Please forgive us for not having a show for right now. Because
you'll be all right. Because we're busy.
All right. We are busy. Please stand
that
by.
is one of those games, though. You're right. That is one of those games that I get lost in. I'll probably play that shit all night with the right people.
Yeah, yeah. And also going into some other news here, and this is some comic book news, ladies and gentlemen, and there is some Spawn news. And it's so funny that we talked about Spawn last week. We mentioned.
I know,
and this comes out. So Spawn is really, if I'm not mistaken, the longest running series, continuous series, like in comic book history. Like they didn't do any relaunches or revamps or or rehashings of a story. Like this is continuous, like from issue 1 all the way up till now. That's what you got. Now they have some other comics that branched out, like Scorched, which has Spawn and other symbiote-like characters as a team, as a unit, doing what they do. But this right here is another standalone.
It's like where Spawn joins the forces with like other unique hell spawns from like across different timelines, right? That's the Scorched one.
That's and then
and then there was the Gunslinger Spawn, right? And then the King Spawn.
I really did the Gunslinger Spawn though. The Gunslinger Spawn was I got Gunslinger Spawn like in my collection, and I haven't physically opened it. Like I read a few issues of it, and I really did dig the character or whatever, but no one can top like the original Spawn. So now, per Image Comics, award-winning writer Erica Schultz, The Deadliest Bouquet, Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, will pen Rat City. This is the name of the new Spawn comic, and team up with artist Zay Carlos. The series will mark the first time a female writer will be a regular scribe within the universe. Now, Image Comics' Rat City description reads, set nearly 100 years in the future, Rat City explores a world ravaged by corruption and inequality and follows the gripping tale of former soldier Peter Karen, known as the Deviant. Unlike the traditional Hellspawn, Peter's transformation is not orchestrated by Hell itself, but instead by an unforeseen twist of fate, catalyzed by an unthinkable act from the original Spawn, Al Simmons himself. Yeah, so Rat City #1, and it will explore themes of loss, survival, reinvention against societal backdrop of two groups, a privileged elite and the oppressed masses. Now that is set to come out later on. Actually, it's coming out April the 10th. April 10th, 2024. So go ahead and go to your next comic book store, your nearest comic book store, and go ahead and put your order in. Put it on your pull list if you want to see #1. Typically, that's what I do.
They got a Dark Ages Spawn 2 coming out in it. Yeah, like that's like in a with the medieval backdrop. It's like a medieval theme Spawn, and then there was I read another one about Unwanted Dead, which is like a horror themed one.
There is the cops, Sam and Twitch. I'm a huge fan of Sam and Twitch, so that's coming out.
Sam and Twitch too, yeah, the Case Files one.
And I'm with that 100%. Like I love Sam and Twitch, and I think it's gonna be like a noir type vibe, and maybe you'll see Spawn in it, maybe not, but I think it's going to explore Sam and Twitch's cases on how they solve different cases and figure things out. Because Sam and Twitch was actually pretty good in the HBO cartoon series. Like you remember the series from HBO. And I got Spawn Volume 1 and Volume 2. And one day I'm gonna just kind of like sit down and read all the Spawn comics and catch myself up all the way up to what it is. I mean, it is a daunting task, yeah, but the story seemed good though.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that Rat City one looks cool too.
Yeah, it definitely is a different take on Spawn. Like, what was your first introduction to Spawn? Was it HBO?
Yeah, 100%.
HBO. Yeah, I think that was mine too. Like, I didn't know who this dude was, and like, why is it so dark? Oh, this is not for kids.
Oh shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, this is not for kids.
Right. What the shit?
Like, when I saw somebody's head get blown off, like, I literally looked around. I'm like, hey, make sure moms ain't around.
Oh yeah.
Put the back. What is I forgot the button on the remote that changes back to the regular cartoons.
Oh yeah, the previous channel. Yeah.
Yeah, the previous channel remote. Like, nah.
Yeah.
You won't get me. But now the next bit of news we got is James Bond. Like, what news you got on that?
Well, they got from what I read, they got Aaron Taylor Johnson being casted as the new James Bond.
Aaron Taylor
right Johnson. So I think he's the same guy that was in what was the name of that?
That name sounds very familiar. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, Quicksilver. Oh,
that's who he was.
Yeah, he's Quicksilver in Avengers: Age of Ultron. He the one who got shot up.
That's him, bro.
Which I'm still
pissed
off about that.
The thing about being James Bond, that's something that you have to nail that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like not anybody could play James Bond. You gotta have you gotta be something really charming. Mm-hmm. And really mysterious at the same time about somebody who's playing James Bond.
Yeah.
And cunning. I don't know, man. I like, as great as an actor as a lot of people are, James Bond, that role's always been like sacred, and everyone who's ever done it, I feel like nobody's ever really had a problem with.
Nah, obviously Sean Connery, he never had no issue with it.
Pierce Brosnan,
he did a pretty good job with it. Daniel Craig did a phenomenal job with it. So I think now I will say though, as much as I do like, some James Bond movies and stuff like that, I think they need to pull back a little bit on James Bond movies. I was like, just wait a few years. You know what I'm saying? Just wait a minute.
Well, hold on though, because I don't hear that same energy about the Fast and the Furious.
See, I knew you was about to say it. I
don't hear that same energy when it comes to like all these other movies. You know what I mean? But like with James Bond, it's got to be like, oh, it's too much James Bond. Now, granted,
yeah.
This is like way before our time, even. You know what I'm saying? So it has been significantly longer, than the Fast and the Furious. But still, the same shit applies, bro. Give that shit up a little bit. It's a wrap. Well, not even like it's a wrap. Give it like 10 years, bro.
Well, Fast and Furious, I think after this, okay. So with James Bond,
no, even James Bond, both of them, like just give it 10 years. Give us some time to get like, oh shit.
Yeah. Make us miss it.
Yeah, make us miss it. Exactly.
Make us miss it.
Exactly. And like if they come out with another John Wick, which they are,
Yeah, they had the Continental as a series. I think it was on Peacock if I'm not mistaken. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got the Continental series. I mean, Keanu Reeves got his own comic book. Like not John Wick comic book, but I saw his comic book in the comic book store. Now with James Bond, like with Daniel Craig, like every movie like connected to the other, like it connected the dots. Like as far as what was going on, Fast and Furious is basically the same thing. It doesn't require a remake. I think once Fast and Furious is done, as you can't call it's a somethingology. I know that much. You know, it's past a point. But I think it's like maybe one, maybe two more movies, and then that's supposed to like end it all.
Wrap it up.
It wraps it all
shit,
up. So.
They got to do something. Dustin talk about they're about to make John Wick an anime. Bro, I watched the shit out of that, bro. Because the only reason I feel the way I feel about John Wick,
yeah,
you already know what I'm finna say. It's Keanu Reeves, bro. Like that's the biggest negative side.
Why you hate Keanu Reeves so much?
Bro, I don't fuck with him as an actor, bro. He's a good dude. He's a good dude, bro. I fuck with him as a dude, but as an actor, he's garbage. Garbage.
Speed, Johnny Mnemonic.
Don't bring Speed up to me ever again, bro. Don't ever bring up Speed to me as if it was some kind of cinematic masterpiece, bro.
Hey, listen.
Speed was a good movie for what it was. You wasn't watching it for like the deep and rich story plot, bro. You was just watching it because it was like, oh shit, there's a bomb on it. How they gonna get off the bus? You know what I mean? It wasn't like, yo, there wasn't no Golden Globe fucking performances on that bitch. No, you know what I mean? That shit was ass. As far as that goes, you know what I mean? Point Break.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That was cool. But again, like that's the type of dude that Keanu Reeves to me is perfect for. You know what I'm saying? But when you put him in some shit like Constantine, like that would have been way better if it was somebody else, bro. And the same thing, I feel the same thing with John Wick. Now, if they, the crazy shit is, I feel like if they'd be like, yo, Keanu Reeves is gonna be the next James Bond, I bet you mad people would be like, oh fuck yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about. And meanwhile, I'd be like, this is catastrophic.
Yeah, I can't see him as James Bond. Like, leave him at
I don't know, but look, me neither. But I bet you everybody they're on that man's dick so heavy, bro. They love that man.
I will say, okay, John Wick movies phenomenal. The Matrix, phenomenal. I mean, the Matrix in itself changed the game. Like it literally changed the game to the point where people was copycatting like certain things.
I'll give him that. Like the underworld and shit.
Yeah. Keanu just nails it, man. Like, I mean, with the movies he's in, like he nails it. Like he don't have to do a whole lot. I mean, I know he has a bright personality
because he don't do a whole lot.
You don't have to do a whole lot. Like Constantine, like he wants to do another Constantine. I feel like he did a pretty decent Constantine. Reason I say that is not a whole lot of people know about Constantine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know Constantine was a DC character until after I watched Constantine for the first time.
Oh yeah, me too.
So I was like, this is DC character. And Keanu is like, he really likes John Constantine. And I was like, okay, that's cool. He say he's supposed to, and he say, speaking of Constantine, Keanu Reeves supposed to reprise his role in the second one. And this probably gonna be 10 times better than what it was before. Like the first Constantine was actually pretty good. Don't get me, not gonna hold you. But I feel like if they do a second one, this is gonna be better, way better, miles better than the first one. In the DC animated universe, Constantine he's a dick. That's basically what he is. He is that person. But he has more of an outward personality. So Keanu would have to break that wall and show his personality a little bit more, because it is there.
Yeah,
we seen
100%.
it in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. We see it in the remake too. You know?
Right. But him just looking lost and dazed all the time and just fucking stoic as fuck is getting old, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
that shit is getting old.
Like,
yes.
Box office wise, though, that money was,
yeah, which is crazy to me, bro. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's my opinion, because I'm like, this shit to me is just nuts. Like, he's just a bad actor, bro. Sorry, he's a bad actor.
Now we've seen our share of bad actors, man. I don't think Keanu belongs in the trash bin. Nah, I don't think that.
Okay, so who's what's an actor that you think is just highly just overrated?
Ooh, man, you put me on the spot. Damn.
Because like to me, it's just like it's blatantly, clearly, without a shadow of a doubt, Keanu Reeves. When you talk about and actually no, it's him. I was gonna say Christian Bale at first, but like Christian Bale be coming out with some. He be coming out with some shit.
Listen, Christian Bale saved Thor: Love and Thunder. He was the only good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say the only good thing, but he was one of the only things that made that movie watchable, because as a villain, he was phenomenal as a villain, and I was like, he made his scenes. He owned them scenes. He owned them joints.
I'll give Christian Bale credit.
Yeah,
and The Prestige was an excellent film too.
This man said Ben Affleck, man.
I see that though. I get it. So I wouldn't say he's so much two-dimensional, but at the same time, I guess he is. Like, he just ends up being the same dude all the time.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, I mean, the Bruce Wayne I saw in Justice League was like Daredevil. I did see, but I did like him as Batman, though. I will say that, because that Batman was whooping everybody's ass, like putting them in traction, whipping their ass. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I do see what you mean. Like with Ben Affleck, though, I get that part. I get it.
I feel like he's just not built for everything, I guess.
No.
And I think maybe that's where I'm gauging it at. Maybe I'm gauging it at how many different types of roles can this person play?
Yeah. It's all about range,
because to me, one of my favorite actors is Leo. Oh, right?
Leonardo, yeah.
He's one of my faves, and he got range. Exactly.
He got range.
Like, as an actor, like I like Will Smith. Like, he got range.
Yeah. Denzel.
I think those are like my two favorite actors. Is them two. But again, it's just range. Yeah, I don't feel like Ben Affleck has that, and I don't feel like Keanu Reeves has that either.
Nah, I see. That's one thing I ain't gonna put Keanu Reeves and Ben Affleck in the same vein as like Will Smith as far as range, or Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, right.
Like, or Denzel Washington. Like Denzel has range too. Like, what proved to me that he has range outside of Glory and so other dramas that he done is Training Day, because he never really truly played a bad guy until Training Day, if I ain't mistaken. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, that's why Training Day is my favorite Denzel Washington movie. Like,
no doubt.
Like, period. Like there's a lot of iconic scenes there.
No doubt.
And I was like, man, he just reached, to me, he stepped it up a notch. He reached another level. And before he messed it up, Jonathan Majors was actually on his way. Like, he was kind of like slowly getting there with his range. And then,
yeah,
he messed up the church's money, man. That's what he did. He messed
fumbled
up
the bag, bro.
Fumbled the bag. Like, for me, Viola Davis. Like, man,
You don't like her?
No, I love her. I love.
Oh, I was about
Davis,
to say,
man. Viola Davis is a gem of a woman, man. Like,
facts.
You should watch her on Hot Ones when she was eating the hot wing, because she's from South Carolina, and she was like, "Listen, I'm from the South," and she was like tearing the wings up, man. Like, as the hot sauce got hotter, she was like, "Man, this thing is fire." And then up until like the last like 3 or 4 bottles, like you're like, "Oh, okay, I'm feeling the tangle now. Oh, this is okay.
This is hot.
It's hot." You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Viola Davis, Will Smith, Denzel Washington. This definitely got range for me. I do appreciate their movies and stuff like that. So now I did ask you by the end of the show, man. Now I thought about this, like top 5 sport video game. What is your top 5?
All right, I think at number 5, I'll go in order that way.
Okay.
I think at number 5 it'll be the NFL 2K games.
I just one.
Oh, I have to pick one. Oh man.
See, I got you there. And
man, probably. I mean, I guess 2K5, like the last one that came out, right? Or was it? Yeah, I think it was 2K5 was the last NFL 2K one that came out. Yeah. I thought at the time it was way superior to Madden, and I feel like had the NFL had not sold the rights to EA, I think that they would have continued to make a superior football game. Anyways, I digress. So it would be that. Then it would be NHL. I guess live. Or was it 2K?
No, there was.
They stopped making one of them. I think it was the EA 2K one, or the EA was they had the rights to the NHL.
Yeah, NHL had 2K too. Yeah, they had. I think
they did.
Had NHL, basketball, and football, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. All right. So then at 3, we're at FIFA 15.
Okay.
Was one of my favorites.
Okay.
Just because I remember playing that shit in the desert. Maybe no, it was probably before that. It had to be probably FIFA 12.
Okay.
I'll play the dog shit out of that one. All right. Then at number 2, I'm gonna put the show, MLB The Show.
Okay.
I love that game, bro. That game. I'm sad that I can't play it right now because I don't have a console and it's not available on the PC. It's available on the Switch.
Yeah.
So I did start playing on the Switch, so that was cool.
Okay.
And my number 1 favorite sports game of all time.
Okay.
Is NBA Street Volume 2. No doubt.
Hey.
No doubt.
All right. Before I even get on the tangent, hold on. Let me see what we got. Number five. NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
He's on fire.
Yep. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. My number 4 is
WrestleMania on the Super Nintendo.
That's your honorable mention?
Shit out of that, huh?
That's an honorable mention.
That's an honorable mention.
Okay. So my number 4, NHL 94 for the Sega Genesis. Like that. I mean, listen, I ain't really much of a hockey fan, but something about NHL 94. And what's funny about it is that I think that game is so classic. They remastered it. I think they did a remake or a re-release on PlayStation. It's in the PlayStation store. No other NHL game but 94 is that one, right? And also how far that thing goes. So you know Edge and Christian, right?
Yeah, the Brood, part of the Brood,
right? They used to play NHL '94. They did an up down interview. They got literally mad at Christian was mad at Edge because Edge beat him, and he stormed out the house and he had to go find him.
He was legit mad.
He was legit mad.
He's like, man, fuck this shit and fuck you too, bro. If you want something, come outside and see me, bitch. That's that brotherly shit.
And what's so funny about it, they was playing NHL '94 as they was reminiscing about the time that Christian got mad. He walked
That's
out.
funny, bro.
So NHL '94, that's a good game. For sure. My number three. My number three is NFL Blitz 2000.
Yeah, Blitz was a great game.
Yes, I played it. Oh shit!
Yeah, that was a great game.
Like, shout out to my boy Dez. Like when we finished like band and all that other stuff, like, or on the weekends, like I hit Dez up, and I was like, "Yo, man, get on this Blitz." And I used to pull up. We pull up and we play Blitz for like hours on end, man. Like,
right.
So sometimes he beat me, sometimes I beat him. It was like back and forth, boom, boom, boom. So NFL Blitz, that's my number three. My number two, ESPN NFL 2K5, like by far.
NFL 2K5.
NFL 2K5 ESPN, the best football game. Period.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So we agree on that one.
Absolutely, man. Like,
yes,
I feel like NFL 2K5 is the reason why EA panicked and was like, "Let me go get these rights for the NFL, so we be the only ones to make this game because we're gonna be out of freaking business." And on top of all that, NFL 2K5 only charged $20 for their game, full game, all the features,
bro,
all that.
Yes,
it wasn't $60.
And on the Dreamcast too, like at that time, like you weren't getting better graphics in a video game.
Nah. Then because 2K5 was on original Xbox, because I have ESPN 2K5 and I'm not getting rid of it. And my number one is definitely NBA Street Volume 2. Like, EA Big. Yo, EA Big was on some other shit.
Bro, everybody I feel like on that game was on some other shit.
Stretch.
Like, Stretch was an asshole, bro. Yeah. That dude was broken.
Woo, man.
Stretch was broken. But that was by far. And that was again, that's another game that I could sit there and play that game for hours and hours and hours and hours. No matter how repetitive it is, like you just get more creative with the tricks, and I don't know, man. There's just so much stuff. And it's just something I get so much joy. Yeah. Out of putting my nuts on somebody's face in that game, bro.
No, what off the heezy? Now off the heezy used to get your meter up real fast. Cause you used to like bounce the ball off their head like
yeah. It's like, yeah. Then remember people started doing that shit in the street too?
Yes. That
was getting
was
into fist fights.
The N1 mixtapes was at its high level, man.
Bro, I loved that shit, bro. Those N1 mixtapes were my shit, bro.
They made stupid money too, man. Stupid money. And you gotta watch, if you ain't watched that N1 documentary, man, you gotta watch
I did.
N1. Yeah.
Oh, I did, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. They don't really fuck with the professor like that.
No, not at all. And what's funny is that like EA Big, when I was saying earlier, it was on some other shit. They had NFL Street, Volume 1 and 2. Man, I mean it was like backyard football, and I don't know why EA like abandoned that, because you could definitely have an NBA Street Volume 3 right now, and you can, man, all the characters you can unlock.
That shit would fly.
That shit would fly
off of her. Yeah, for real, bro. I know I'd be in line for that. But I'm also the type to go buy a PS5 so I can play Final Fantasy.
Yes, I'm definitely that type too, man. Let them mess around and announce like, yeah, we're gonna release this on PC. And I'm like, well, I probably won't ever get a PS5. Like at this point,
right?
Final Fantasy is the only reason,
right,
why I want to get this PS5. But let NBA Street Volume 3 drop. Let that happen. Like I will literally wait in line at midnight, like back in the day.
Me too.
For the doors to open to get NBA Street Volume 3.
I'm gonna need that premium hard copy edition.
Yes. All the bells and whistles to it, man.
I need that one. That's the one I need.
Yeah. And my EA ain't gonna do this because they're nickel and dime. They're nickel and dime people. They're gonna just make you buy DLCs. What you should do, if when you get an NBA Street Volume 3, have characters that is locked and make you do achievements to unlock them. But don't make us pay for them.
Facts. I think video games moving forward just need to take a page out of Helldivers 2.
Thank you. Bro, like, is Destiny 2 free right now, right? You can get the base game for free, right?
Yeah.
But guess what you got to do? You got to pay for the final shape. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for, like, you don't even have a video game. You got a streaming subscription.
Right.
That's what you have. You spend over $100 or 60, 70, whatever on that. And that's wild. That is wild, man.
EA does that, man. And then ever since they did that shit with fucking with Battlefield.
Yeah.
Or Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
I'll never forgive them for that shit, bro. No. I will never forgive EA for that.
Bro, speaking of Battlefront, so Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, like the remaster from the old Battlefront games, they released it, right? What is the number one premise of that? The multiplayer. Because everybody was about to hop on that shit. Guess what ain't working? The freaking servers.
The freaking multiplayer, bro.
I was like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, what is,
and it's a good thing that Helldivers came out with an update yesterday too, because I was gonna get really upset because I don't know if you've been having the same issue, but like I can't accept friends in Helldivers 2.
I can.
No, I can't. The only friends I get are the ones who are my Steam friends. Like if they're not already my Steam friends, or if they are cross-platform, they won't add to my friends list. And I know that was happening to another one of my friends, but the patch came out and they said they're not having that problem anymore. So hopefully, I guess they fixed it.
True, man. Listen.
But yeah, Dustin, do you know EA, bro?
Yes.
You already know. That's that's just what they do.
They're going to get their coins, no matter.
That's just what they do, bro. They are
gonna buy it.
Are hella intrusive on the motherfuckers' pockets, bro.
Man, let me tell you. And I know I said this ad nauseum, man. So, Helldivers 2 is legitimately exposing, without even trying. That wasn't their goal, but they are actually exposing other games on how they nickel and dime consumers. Like,
yeah, they're like, see,
they're giving it to you. They're like, here's a game for $40. Oh, by the way, here's this premium pack. Here's this cutting edge pack. You can pay for them if you want to, but for one, it ain't $40, $50, $60. It may be $10, and you don't have to spend $10. You can just unlock some shit and then open it up. And we constantly doing updates. The head developer is playing the game every day with other players, along with other developers. Like these 2A games is cooking between that and Power World. And and then you got these Call of Duty mofos out here refusing to play this game. You ain't got to play the game. Ain't nobody twisting your arm on that like that. But and also you got some Call of Duty players that come on and play Hell. I was like, damn, this shit is fire. It is, isn't it? We know. Yeah. There's other games out there you can play. Like there's a plethora of games you can play, man. Don't be having brain rot because Call of Duty damn sure gonna charge you $70 every year.
Yeah.
And then paint. Look here. Here's this fresh turd right here. We're gonna paint it. We're gonna paint it blue. Yeah. And oh, by the way, it can move. $70. $70.
And I want it in small bills. In a brown paper bag.
And by the way, we're gonna charge you for some extra crap as well.
Extra shit
in this
too.
Nice little bowl.
But you know what? The fact that those devs are doing us like that, though, makes me be okay with spending the $10 on the DLC. You gave me a $40 game.
Yeah.
You gave me a good game, and you gave me a way that I can achieve this without just nickel and diming me on microtransactions.
Yeah.
You showed how other people can do it. Like, I want to support the devs in continuing to do this and continuing to make games or better that game to do exactly what they're doing right now. And I think a lot of gamers share that same sentiment. And in fact, I even read an article about that same thing, that they, like, a lot of people who are playing Helldivers 2 are paying for the DLC, even though you don't have to, just to show support to the guys who made that game and to support that type of game. Yeah.
On purpose. Now, speaking of Helldivers, there's a mission that we got right now, which I feel like we're not going to finish. Like, I feel like it's going to have major consequences. Major.
Yeah, for not liberating those 2 planets?
Yes, because it's not just you got to go to these 2 planets and liberate them. There's other planets in front of them that you have to liberate before you get to that planet. Right. And mind you, this is a group effort. So this ain't everybody individually got to conquer this planet. No, this is a collective. So
right.
But I think they give us this tight time constraint because, you know, the 400,000 people that's been playing, or whatever the case may be, have been uniting on this planet to liberate it in like a super timely manner. Like, you had 5 days to liberate this planet. We did it in like 2.5 days. Right. You know what I'm saying? If that. And I'm highballing. And oh no. Well, okay. How about you liberate these planets? And you got 2-3 days to actually finish it out. And I don't think it's happening. And I think it's,
and then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back for y'all real quick.
I saw flying bugs today.
Oh, I did too, bro. I saw flying bugs too.
Shriekers. I saw shriekers today for the first time. I was like, yo.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what, right.
Like, yeah. And so apparently they swooped down to get you. And I had to shoot them things immediately. I shot them immediately. And I was like, okay, can we take out this nest and then go on about our business? But also, you got people that are like ranked out everything. They maxed out on their ships. They maxed out on their level. They got the armor sets that they want. And you thinking they're done, right? They're just waiting on the next event. No, they're still coming back, but they're going down to lower difficulty to help train the new people that just bought the game and help them level up, and they get the stratagems that they don't have, and they throw those down and let them use those stratagems. Like, hey, go use that and see if you like it. Go get it. Use
my dog. Suit. Use my laser dog for a little bit, whatever. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's a supply pack.
Yeah, that's what I did yesterday. I did some humanitarian work. I'm like, hey, get in this mech. And dude was like,
and what that helps you out in the long run too, because like as you get these guys that are like low leveled up and ranked up, like when the real fight starts happening, like you have more soldiers that are high ranked that are gonna put in work. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about though. Like when you see everybody uniting, like the higher difficulty people going down to the lower difficulty, like easy, trivial, or whatever, and like, hey, let's go clear this planet together. We're gonna get you ranked up. We're gonna get you these weapons and all these samples, and you can use that. Like, that's what it's all about. Like, it's like a huge community. Except for those meta players, like, fuck them. That'll kick you if you don't have a certain build. I haven't run across that, unfortunately. I mean, I say unfortunately because I got a wish factor. I want somebody to say, because usually when I test it, I get like the trashiest builds. I get the trashiest builds sometimes. See if somebody got something smart to say. And I was like, all right, but it hasn't happened though. It hasn't happened. So
it's a good game.
It is definitely a good game, man. One day, bro, we're gonna have to like stream, like maybe NHL 94, or I know we can't stream in it. NFL 2K5, but we got to stream something, man. We got to stream something. Maybe some Helldivers.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm down. I'll jump on Helldivers.
Definitely, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today, man. Do you have anything else for the listeners out there?
Yo, if y'all are on this hunt for democracy, if you are a citizen of Super Earth, come fuck with me.
We're gonna liberate.
Come fuck with me. We will take over together.
Yes. For Super Earth, man. And that's our show. We will be back on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to break down Solo Leveling and Ninja Kamui. So until next time, y'all. Peace.